Good evening, everyone. Welcome to West Central High School in Biggsville, Illinois, as we kick off the I8FA football season here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mallory on the camera. It is the home opener for the West Central Heat as they celebrate their 20th year, the start of their 20th year as a co-op. It used to be Union and Southern in Henderson County. Now it is just one. It is West Central, and they have a state 8-man championship to their credit in their last 20 years. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Happy to be here again as we will be the exclusive home of the 2025 I8FA State Championship again. We're happy to be here as we get ready to go with tonight's festivities.
And your West Central Heat.
They have a new announcer here this year. He told me he hasn't announced football. He's done it on the radio, but never done announcing per se. So he is happy to get a chance to do it here at West Central Illinois High School. It's also Military Appreciation Night, so there are a lot of people standing up that are military veterans. And we do have the American flag out on the field.
Make sure you sign the list at the attendance gate so you can be recognized for your service.
As we'll do the national anthem. Normally we wouldn't stay for the national anthem, but we will let you folks hear the national anthem here tonight.
As we honor America with our national anthem played by the West Central High School Band under the direction of Bethany Nannon.
The band is going to play it. I don't know where the band is, though. There it is. The national anthem played by the band here from West Central High School. Always great to have the high school bands bring the national anthem to you. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for the two teams. See if we can't let the announcer bring those to you. We're right under a speaker, so it's pretty easy to hear, I think. As they're folding the flag up. They will run out of the tunnel. I believe they'll do the visiting team first, though, so we'll wait and see what they do here. As they are folding the flag properly in the triangle formation. And that is a big flag. So again, playing a fight song here. Okay. They are going to let the team run out of the tunnel.
It's time to turn up the heat.
As West Carroll's already on the field ready for kickoff. As you can see, it's going to be West Central Heat football. They will go left to right on your screen. The Thunder will start by kicking right to left. Other games being played tonight on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. BPC is up at Polo. And West Prairie Southeastern is hosting Ashton Franklin Center. Those two teams have never met before. They're playing for the first time. Neither starting lineup is going to be announced, so we will talk about them as they come out on the field here. Back deep to receive for West Central is going to be Aiden Garner and number 2, Cooper Gibb. Can't see the number of the kicker, actually. I'll try to get that for you in just a second for West Carroll. The Thunder of West Carroll. Both these teams were playoff teams last year. It is a single-digit number. It'll be 9 or 8. I can't tell for sure, but we'll talk about that in a second. It is number 8, Frank Seja. Short kick, bounced at the 20, picked up by Gibb. He shakes one tackler, going to break it left side. Oh, nice tackle from behind. He's going down past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Over on the stop, number 20, David Geezy for the Thunder. So it brings up 1st and 10, the first down of the season for the Heat of West Central. Believe it will be Cooper Gibb at the quarterback spot. No, it won't. Graham Kelly at the... You're waiting on a football. I don't know where the game ball is. Minor technicalities. Hey, if you come in here, you got to talk. I'm just kidding. Oh, you found that? Go on through here. The announcer's like 2 booths over. You're welcome. Game ball is found. So I'll get it right in a second. The quarterback is Colton Spence. Graham Kelly, the lone setback. White out near side. Tight end far side for the Heat. Handoff's going to go to Kelly. He's going to go up the middle, gain a couple maybe. We'll see where they spot it at. It's going to be just to the 33, a gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Spence runs the play in. Oh, sorry. Far side wideout number 21, Cameron Robertson. Still Spence and Kelly in the backfield. Hand off to Kelly again. He's going to go for a gain of about 5, it would appear. It is a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Kelly 2 carries for 6 yards now. I might have been a bit generous giving him 5 there, but we will. 3rd down and a long 4 now for the Heat. Spence, ball's on the ground. Spence picks it up, broken play. He's going to gain a yard, but not near a 1st down. We'll give him 1. 4th down and 3, and I would imagine the punt team's going to come on. Colton Spence did what he could with that, as it was a snap on the ground. Never got off the ground. Well, looks like they may be going for it. We'll see. Spence is running in a play. At the 38-yard line, it's 4th down and they're at about the 39, so we'll call it 4th and 3. They hustle to the line. This may be a punt nonetheless. We'll see what they do here. Trying to draw them off sides. Nope, they're going to go for it. Spence is going to drive it right up. No, it's not Spence. It's Kelly, and he's going to be close, but I think he's short. The side judge is marking it back. And I don't know. They moved it farther forward than I thought, but it's going to be close. It might be. Oh, they're going to call it a first down.
First down, West Central.
A rushing first down. We'll give him 3. And the side judge wanted to mark that at about the 31-yard line. The referee's in the middle of the field. Moved it farther forward, and it was enough to get West Central a first down. Their first of the season on their first drive. Now Spence is back in the shotgun again. Hand off to Kelly, and he is met in the backfield. Ball might be out. Ball is out. What are they calling here? Coming up off the bottom of the pile with the football. Wait to see who that is. Number 29, I believe. 28. That was my first thought earlier. 25, Johnner Smith, the linebacker, came up with the ball, but they say he was down, so it's a loss of 3 for Graham Kelly. Spence going to pitch it out to Graham Kelly. He's got some running room around the outside. He's going to get the 3 back plus some more. See where they mark it here. Looks like a gain of about 8. They'll bring up 3rd and manageable here. 3rd and 5. Five carries for 14 yards. For Graham Kelly, including 1 for -3. Out wide to the left is Aiden Garner, number 11. Spence in the shotgun, going to keep it himself. Pitches it forward, a shovel pass to Kelly, and that's going to go for 5, I do believe, and a first down. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it a little short, it looks like, maybe. I don't know. Nope, to give him 5.
First down.
Spence with his first pass, a little shovel pass to the middle of the line of scrimmage to Graham Kelly. Goes for a first down. Again, right up the middle on a keeper with Graham Kelly under center. Give him a long 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Heat as they are in Thunder territory, just about to the 45-yard line. Spence again in the shotgun at the 50. He's going to look right, pitches it again, and they got a lot of running room. Graham Kelly tries to fake out, comes back in. It's another pass play. And another first down.
West Central first down.
Inside the 40, maybe inside the 30. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like it's right on the 30. We'll give it a gain of 16. And a first down. So, first drive, matriculating the ball down the field are the Heat. They have it 1st and 10 at the 30 of the Thunder. 5:40 to go here in quarter number 1. It's been just this one possession, and now a counter back to Graham Kelly, and it's not much there. It's making a stop, among others, for the Thunder. Number 6, Aiden Laurie. He's a linebacker, junior. Gain of 1 for Kelly. Slow the ball down. The grass is pretty tall. I was thinking about giving Coach Kirby a hard time about trying to slow down Carroll maybe. But under 5 minutes to go, and that was another pass. That's incomplete. That's an incomplete pass. How is that not an incomplete pass? Well, that's a pass. He passed that ball. That has to be a pass. He threw it forward. It's an incomplete pass. Hey, for once in my life, I was right. And it should be another yard farther forward. But they got 5 of them back. I guess take what you can get. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 30 now after the incomplete pass from Spence to Kelly. They had me second-guessing myself, thinking there was a new rule I didn't know about or something. In motion, Garner gets the pitch. And there might be a face mask or a hold. We'll see which one it is here. The referee threw it. The umpire, I should say. The white hat. Illegal block in the back is called. So they're going to add that to the end of the play. That was a pass also because he pitched it. So he lost. No, they declined it. 4th down. Lost 3. Fourth down and long, and they are in a position to go for it, are the Heat. Going to drop back, look for Garner, lofted up. He's there. Can he get a hand on it? He can't. It's incomplete, and the first drive of the season gets deep into Thunder territory for the Heat, but they can't capitalize. And with 4:10 to go here in quarter number 1, it's going to be a change of possession, and for the first time, the Thunder will be able to see what their offense can do. Of course, the Heat unable to get a win last year in the playoffs. The Thunder did beat Flanagan in the playoffs last year. At quarterback looks to be Winter Harrington for the Thunder, number 7. Oh, nice spin move. Going to go for a gain. He put a move on Kelly. Looks like number 9, Aiden Buckholz on the carry, senior. Go for a gain of 3. Up under center this time. Handoff going to go again. He's got a lot of running room, does Buckholz. He's around the outside. He'll have a first down all the way out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 13. And the first down of the season on a nice run by the senior. Aiden Buckholz listed at 190, 6 foot tall. Let me make sure I'm right there. Number 9 is a junior, excuse me. He's got to look across. Well, let me look here. Can't follow the line across. 6 foot, 190, junior. Handoff again. He gets his feet tied up. Still leans forward. There on the tackle, tying up his feet, was number 7, Blake Ricketts, a junior defensive back, but a gain of 3 again for Buckholz. Yeah, they did not get all the way to the 46, so it is a gain of 3. I formation set now. Oh, it was a broken play, but it's going to go for a gainer, a first down and more across the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. From the 47, down, and they're going to mark it right on the 20. Well, they're going to mark it back. He must have got out of bounds. Down to the 30, which is 17, and a couple more, 19 on the carry. Quarterback doing a good job of Winter Harrington. Doing a good job of taking a broken play and making something of it. 19-yard gain. Now Harrington's going to throw downfield. Wide open receiver, but he overthrew him. It was intended for Riker. And I'm going to butcher this, folks, and I apologize in advance. Riker Budamilija. I butchered that badly, and I apologize. Somebody can hop on there and tell me the right pronunciation. I want to say hi to Jason Arthur watching some of the West Central game tonight. So it brings up 2nd down and 10 as Harrington's pass goes incomplete. I formation again. Buckholz a deep step back, and I don't know who jumped first, whether it was the defense drawing off the offense or the offense drawing off the defense. It kind of happened simultaneously. That's going to go against the Thunder. First penalty of the night goes against the Thunder. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 at about the 23-yard or 33-yard line. Deep step back now is Buckholz again. Harrington back to pass. The lefty. He's got an open receiver underneath. He finds him. Pass is complete. It's going to be close to a first down. It was completed again to number 2, Riker. I'm just going to call him Riker. First down. A gain of 15. Maybe 16. Riker's been the intended receiver on both of Harrington's passes. Now an offset power eye. Now it's going to go back counter. Buckholz has got some running room. He might go. He will. Touchdown, Thunder, from the 12-yard line. A 12-yard touchdown run for Aiden Buckholz. He's got 27 yards. As we have a touchdown. Looks like we're going to go for the kick. On to kick again is Frankie Seja. Going for the 1 point. Our friends at Spotlight on Illinois 8-Man football have lengthy discussions about whether you should go for 1 or 2. They're going to go for 1, and they're going to get it, it would appear. It is good. So the extra point is good, and just like that, the West Carroll Thunder lead the Heat 7-0. We're still in the first quarter, 46.3 seconds left. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. Here's the first quarter. Still in action here. Kick back. Garner with it. At about the 10, hesitates, finds a little running room. He's got some more around the outside. It's a foot race. He's across the 50, 45, and knocked out of bounds but not until he's in Thunder territory at the 41-yard line. About a 59-yard return for the junior running back, Aiden Garner, and it's right back in Thunder territory for the Heats. So the Heat come back out onto the field. Wide out to the far side is Robinson. Spence again, the quarterback. Deeps in the shotgun with Graham Kelly to his side. He hands off to Kelly, and he's a hit right in the backfield immediately. Two of them were there, but the one that was there first was number 1. That was Race Mix, the linebacker, 170. 6-foot-tall senior, and man, what a hit. A loss of 4 for Kelly. Garner and Spence talking to Coach Kirby here on the near sideline as they bring the play in. And that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. 7-0 Thunder lead here at West Central High School. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro-Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro-Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying.
And welcome back here. Second quarter action getting underway. First play of the second quarter. It's 2nd and 15 for the Heat at the 46. And this time it's Garner, and he meets the same linebacker as Graham Kelly did on the last play. It's again Race Mix. And no gain that time, though, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Aiden Garner with the carry that time. He comes out of the game now. Robinson again, the wide out near side. Offset formation to the near side. Kelly is set. He's going to do the counter and get met in the backfield again. Again, it's Mix. Race Mix is having a series, man. Holy smokes. Boy, that is not even close. Yeah, I was going to say a loss of, call it a loss of 1. Down to 12 yards on 9 carries for Graham Kelly now. Spence going to bring a play in for the Heat. 10:35 remaining in the first half. Looks like a punt formation here. And it was a procedure, and the side judges didn't call it, but the white hat says, yeah, we got to call that. So 5-yard penalty. Going to make them punt from a little deeper. They'll punt from their own side of the 50-yard line now as they're punting from the 49. That was a pretty short 5-yard mark-off, but still goes down as a 5-yard mark-off. 10:28 remaining in the first half. Nice punt. Right side. Going to bounce down inside the 10 to the 5. It's picked up inside the 5, about the 4. Buchholz has got it. Shakes the defender, and then he's going to be brought down inside the 20. What a punt and great coverage by the Heat. I think that was Buchholz. Let me see if he turns around here. No, I think it was number 3, actually. Roger LeBourne on the return. It's going to be 1st and 10, short of the 20, about the 18-yard line. As we work through the first half, 10-14 as we get ready to start the second drive of the game for the Thunder. They had one drive and scored in the first quarter. The Heat not able to extend this pass drive. Now Buchholz has got some running room. It's another foot race. This time Buchholz with the ball. He's going to be stepping out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 42-yard line. 24-yard gain for Buchholz, and a 1st and 10 for the Thunder. He's already over 50 yards, 51. I marked that back a little bit, but we're still going to give him 24. Saying it's on the 41. Fake handoff, end around. It's going to go left side and out there. Cooper Gibb to make the stop. The ball carrier, number 21, is Jack McIntyre. Going to lose 2 on the play. So, for the first time, the Thunder have a negative play with 9:50 remaining. Ball got ran out of bounds. Handoff up the middle. Fullback this time. I believe it was Buchholz. He was not lined up in the deep setback that time. He was lined up in the fullback position. No, it wasn't. It was actually Riker on the carry. He goes for a gain of 2. Make it 4. Now Mix is the fullback. Race Mix. Handoff's going to go to Buchholz around left side, and another foot race as he tries to cut inside. Breaks the tackle inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. He will go from the 43 on his side. That's 7, and he'll go down to the 37. That's 13. Give him 20 on the carry and another first down. 71 yards on 6 carries for Aiden Buchholz. And the Thunder have another first down. They have 4 of them now, all on the ground. That's not true. They had 1 through the air as well, so they got 5 first downs. Here's Harrington back under center. Buchholz deep setback. Different fullback this time. Fake the handoff, rolling left to lefty. Throwing to strong sides. Got the completion. Riker again on the completion. This time he goes from the 38 down inside the 20. It's going to be another passing first down. See where they mark it at here. Now near the 20, it looks like about the 22. That is where they're going to take it. 16-yard pass completion again. Two for 3 for 32 yards. Harrington back under center. Buchholz gets the handoff, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, but he breaks a couple tackles. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage as he got pushed back but kept his feet pumping, and I don't know if they're going to maybe take a yard away from him or not, but there's a bunch of red jerseys there. Graham Kelly and others also in on the stop. Number 7, Blake Ricketts. Clock running, 7:25 to go in the first half. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to have you. Share it with your friends. Let them know where they can come watch. Offset power eye left side this time. Kelly was right there, had a chance to put a hand on the quarterback, couldn't do it, and that ball is caught or dropped? What is it? It was caught. Never did really see a signal, but it goes from the 21 down inside or to the 5-yard line, it would appear. First and goal at the 5.
First and goal, West Carroll.
I think it's on the 5. We're at a really bad angle. We'll see what the scoreboard says. It's at least 16 yards. It's at the 6, they said. So scratch that. It's 15 yards. And it was Riker again on the catch. 6:25 to go. Handoff. Buckholz counters it back to the right side. Not going to get there. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was about it. Actually, it was at the 4-yard line. So 17-yard gain on that pass. No gain on the run for Buckholz. So we're up second and goal at the 4 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. A pretty quick first half here from West Central High School in Biggsville, Illinois. You're watching I8FA football on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Pitch is going to come outside to Buckholz, and he is going to turn the corner, and he is in. Touchdown for Aiden Buckholz. It's a 4-yard touchdown run. He's got 8 carries for 75 yards. Second quarter, both drives has ended in touchdowns, this time at the 5:40 mark of quarter number 2. Buckholz on a 4-yard run. And they're going to go for the extra point again as Seja comes back on. Down, kick is up and didn't get real high, but it got over the crossbar, and the kick is good. So with 5:40 to go in quarter number 2, the score now 14-0 for the Thunder. We'll take a quick break. We'll keep it here this time and update you on some stats. Courtney Warden is watching, says West Carroll number 77. West Carroll's number 77 is Corey Griffith, if my reading is correct there. Thought I put these things in a good area, but I can't see very good. Hey, that's a lot better. Corey Griffith, number 77. Getting a shout out. Here is the score now, 14-0. And the Heat will have a chance here again as back to return. Cooper Gibb comes out. I believe number 16, Jordan Kane, in for the return this time, along with Garner. Garner off to the offensive left. And they're going to squib kick it. Bounces over. This is going to be trouble. Oh, good job going back and grabbing it for the Heat. Keep an eye on that number as he pops up. It's a 40-something, I do believe. It is 48. Good job of going back and picking that ball up by Davion Price, the sophomore. Doing a good job of chasing that ball down. That could have been bad for the Heats. But it ended up okay. First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Make it the 31-yard line. 5:38 to go in the first half. Spence again at the quarterback spot. Kelly Going to get the pitch. Tries to run the corner. And a great job of following Kelly. See what that is. That's Riker out there again on the stop as he brought Kelly down. He faked like he was going to cover the quarterback and then bounced off and followed Graham Kelly into the flat. And it's a short loss on the play. We'll call it no gain. Yeah, they gave him a yard loss, so I guess we will too. Loss of 1 for Graham Kelly. 10 carries for 11 yards for Graham Kelly. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Spence is rolling, throws right, wide open in the flat. And a first down for Cameron Robinson, the junior. Gets, well, maybe not. Let's see. No, they call it behind, or do they call it behind the line of scrimmage? 11 yards on the pass play. And a first down passing the football again. Getting ready to go one more time. This time out into the flat. That might have been backwards. No whistle. Oh, they say it was forward. Man, that was really close to not be diving on that football. But the officials called it incomplete. The white hat did not blow it dead. And what are we talking about now? It might be Dave Hasley over there on the far side. That might have been what they were talking about, but it was blown dead, so nothing you can do about it now, I don't think. 4:38 to go, and it's an incomplete pass because if it wasn't, it would have been a fumble. Second down and 10. Clock is stopped with 4:38 remaining in the first half. Into the flat. Robinson right through his hands, and Riker is there. He's got some running room. He's going to be down inside the 20. A pass went right through the hands, off the shoulder pads, and into the hands. It is Riker, number 2. He intercepted that at about the 45-yard line, give or take a yard, and took it all the way down to near the 20. So a turnover. And West Carroll with a chance to open it up here before the end of the first half. What are we calling, a timeout? West Carroll, I think, took the timeout. Well, we'll call it a timeout. I think it's West Carroll. We'll take it off theirs anyway. Not that it matters. It'll reset at the half, which we're almost to. Roberto Barragan says, let's go, number 23. That's Marquez Barragan. Running back, cornerback, 5'9", 138-pound freshman. And Roberto, if I butchered either one of those names, spell it out phonetically for me, and I'll try to get it right the next time. Some of you West Carroll fans, Riker's last name. Can you guys phonetically spell that out so I can make sure I don't butcher it? That's why I'm just saying Riker, as I'm Bud M. Elijah, maybe? Well, timeout is done, and we're ready to go. Second quarter action, pitch to Buckholz from the 15, and he hits somebody at the goal line, and he's in. A 15-yard touchdown run for Aiden Buckholz. He's got 90 yards on 9 carries with 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Buckholz scores his 3rd touchdown. A 15-yard run this time, his longest. Kick is down and good again.
Extra point is good. West Carroll touchdown and extra point.
It's 21-0. West Carroll leads over the Heat here at West Central High School. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a few seconds. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH and coverage of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association.
It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back here to West Central High School. As we are 4:22 to go in the first half, and it's been all West Central. Good opening drive for the Heat, but they were not able to capitalize, and after that, it has absolutely been all West Carroll since. Getting ready to kick things off here as the whistle finally comes from the umpire. Another squib kick. This one's going to be a little longer. It's going to get back to the 25-yard line. Running room near side and runs into a blocker. On the carry was Jordan Kane, the senior, and he ran into Garner, I believe, was who was trying to block for him, and it's going to be a 1st and 10. Right about the 35-yard line, make it the 34-yard line with 4:16 to go in the first half. Well, maybe not. Make it the 33-yard line. Wide out far side, Spence and Kelly deep in the backfield. Spence going to give the ball to Kelly again, and again he's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage, and guess who? Nope, that time it's number 6, Aiden Larry, the junior linebacker, coming in to make the stop. They are going to give Kelly a gain of 1. Clock running, 3:50 to go in the first half. Spence pitches it forward, another incomplete pass. So it brings up 3rd down and 9. Clock stopped with 3:32 remaining. Those shovel passes worked for 2 big gains and a couple first downs early, and the last couple have been incomplete. He did throw a pass on a little shovel pitch pass to number 11. That's Aiden Garner. That was an in-motion pitch pass. The other 2 have been shovel passes to Kelly. Now a pass in the flat again off the helmet, and an interception one more time. Breaking, and it cannot break a tackle. A good touchdown-saving tackle over there. But on the interception, number 25 is Johnner Smith, the 5'11", 158 senior. And again, Robinson had it go through his hands, off his face mask, and bounced right back to Smith. And just like that, a second interception. And another chance at a quick score for the West Carroll. So I forgot to take the touchdown marker off. I apologize, folks. Hand off to Buckholz again. This time he slips, and he's going to be down. Short gain, if any. Looks like they're marking it no gain. So 2nd and 10 from the 12. Bodhijima, thank you. Bodhijima. I appreciate that, Courtney, very much. Cord Thulin says a shout out to number 2. He's having a whale of a game. Now a pass, end zone, open. Can he keep his feet in? Touchdown! Thunder, and tiptoeing the sideline back there. That's Roger LeBourne, a 6'2 senior, using the tiptoes to get a touchdown. 12-yard variety.
Extra point is good.
And the kick is good. So another touchdown. And another kick. And the Thunder using some defense and some offense to get things going here in this one, as they have taken a 28-0 lead here in the second quarter with 21 points in quarter number 2. So big pass, and man, I don't know if we can pull that out or not, but that was a toe tap in the corner of the end zone by Roger LeBourne with 2:37 remaining in the second quarter. Getting ready to kick off again. Are the Thunder. These last 2 touchdowns have come from less than 20-yard drives after interception. Now a little squib kick again. This time it's going to be, again, a nice job going back to get it by Davion Price. The sophomore covers another one. 2:36 remaining. The Heat have the football, trailing by 4 touchdowns. 2:36 left here in quarter number 2. Opening night of the 2025 I8FA and I8FA football seasons. Of course, we have 3 games on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. You can watch Polo and BPC. You can also watch West Prairie Southeastern and AFC. The Milledgeville game is on YouTube as well. Don't know, I think it's the Milledgeville School Channel. There's another handoff, and the ball's on the ground. And it's Spence, I would think. Somebody recovered it. See what lineman that was, if I can get him to turn around. Looks like on the recovery, number 55 was Keaton Rubush. Recovering the football. Kelly with the fumble. He's going to lose 2. 2:05 clock running in the first half. Throw again, this time to Garner, and that time it was behind him. He got his hands on it but couldn't bring it in. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. The slant has been open. That was the first time it really wasn't a catchable ball, but Garner did a good job of getting a hand on it. 2 previous ones went through the hands of the receiver and were intercepted by West Carroll. Clock stopped, 3rd and 12, 1:57 remaining here in quarter number 2. Counter again. And again, brought down in the backfield, and it's Race Mix. Race Mix has been having a whale of a contest. That time he brings Graham Kelly down for a 1-yard loss. I don't know if they would say this and make it a 2-yard loss. Let's see what they call it. No, they call it 4th and 13. So we'll call it a 1-yard loss as well. 13 carries for just 9 yards for Graham Kelly. .120 remaining in the first half as the clock runs. And the Heat are going to take absolutely as much time as possible here. They want to give the Thunder as little time as possible to put any offensive threat together. Spence with the kick. A nice kick again, this time back at the 32-yard line on, and even better coverage. LeBourne on the return and on the coverage and the tackle. Number 16 is Jordan Kane. He's been returning some kicks, and that time he went down in coverage and made a big-time tackle. Big-time tackle that time for Jordan Kane. It ended up being a gain of only 3 on the return. It brings up first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Exactly 60 seconds remaining here in half number 1. It's 28-0. The Heat trail the Thunder here on the opening night of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association. The I8FA. Now we're going to go spread offense here. And Harrington's back deep. The lefty looking deep downfield, goes into the flat. The catch is made, and there may be a late hit on the quarterback as well, or a hold in the backfield. The catch was made by number 21, Jack McIntyre, on the reception. Well, they're stopping it. It looks like they may be bringing it back. Let's see what they're going to do here. Catch is for a first down. If it's roughing the passer, it will be added on to the end of the play, I do believe. What are we doing? $15-yard penalty. Now it's a 15-yard penalty on West Central. Play was not counted. They've got 2 penalties for 20 yards. But with 41.9 seconds left, it's 1st and 10 at the 50. Harrington deep downfield this time, looking again for McIntyre, and he overthrew him by about 4 yards. And McIntyre's like, man, I ran that whole 50 yards, and now I got to run it back so I can run it all over again probably. 36.5 seconds left here in quarter number 2, and it's 2nd and 10 from midfield for the Thunder of West Carroll. They have scored on every drive they've had, all 4 of them. Touchdowns and extra points, in fact, on each drive. The Heat had the ball for nearly 11 minutes on their opening drive, did not capitalize, and since then it's been mostly all Thunder. Again, 2 wides near, 2 wides far. Harrington, the quarterback, in a shotgun. He drops back, throws into the flat, into the middle of the field, a little first down. LeBourne breaks a couple tackles. He's going to go for a gain of 15. That'll stop the clock. Timeout on the field, going to be charged to West Carroll. 76 passing yards, 24.6 seconds left, and it's 1st and 10 from the Heat 35-yard line. Budijima? Boo like ghost. Courtney, I like how you explain this for me. I greatly appreciate it. Riker Budijima has had a pretty good first half. Race Mix has had a fantastic defensive first half for the Thunder. So after the timeout, if my expectation is right, they should be down to one timeout now here in the first half. Fake to Harrington, or Harrington fakes, and then he's going to keep it. He's got a bunch of blockers out there, going to get out of bounds. Stops the clock with 18.6 seconds left. Gets more than 10. Gets right at 10. Is he at the 20?
West Carroll first down.
Gain of 15 for Harrington. He's got 34 yards on 2 carries. And it's 1st and 10 from the 20. 1 timeout and 18.6 seconds remaining in the first half. As I said, West Carroll has scored on their first 4 possessions, trying to do it on all 5 of the first half. Going to take a pretty good run here. Buckholz bounces it outside. He's got running room. He might go. He will. Touchdown from 20 yards out for Aiden Buckholz.
West Carroll touchdown.
A 48.2 second drive to go 65 yards and a touchdown with 11.8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kick
Extra point is good.
is good, and man, there was a big hit back there on the holder, I think. And kick good again. So 35-0 the score after Buckholz scores from 20 yards out on a left end around. And it is all thunder here in the first half of this one. 11.8 seconds remaining. We'll have one more kickoff. The Thunder will get the ball to start the second half. It was a very quick first quarter, and really until about the 5:40 mark of the second quarter, it was very fast, and then a couple turnovers, and then that drive with a timeout mixed in and a bunch of incomplete passes and completed passes out of bounds made it slow down dramatically there in this second quarter. CJ on the kick again for the 6th time, counting the opening kickoff. His arm's probably getting tired from holding it up so long. Not sure what we're waiting on. Another squib kick. Another good job that time again by Davion Price to knock the ball out of bounds that time. Clock didn't start, as it does not until somebody touches it. Nobody had control of it. It went right out of bounds. 1st and 10, again from about the 32-yard line for the Heats. Be interesting to see if Coach Kirby tries some trickery here or if he just takes a knee and goes into the locker room. Save his team for the second half. We'll see what he does here. Spence is in the shotgun. He's going to throw. Almost intercepted again. It's knocked down. On the pass defense was number 2, Riker Budijima. Budijima on the pass breakup. So 7.7 seconds remaining now. And an incomplete pass again with 6 seconds left. So another 3rd and 10 opportunity here. Shovel pass to Garner this time. Aiden Garner is going to run the clock out.
Brings us to halftime.
Give him a gain of 11. And that's the half. Halfway point, it is 35-0. The Thunder leading the Heats. We'll take a break, I hope, and we'll be back with some stats here in just a few minutes. You are watching I8FA coverage of high school football on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back. I'm here with Melissa Onion, another employee at MDH. And why don't you tell everybody what your job is here at MDH?
Sure. I am the Director of Obstetrics here at MDH, so I oversee labor and delivery, nursery, and postpartum care.
So the labor and delivery unit is newish for MDH and state-of-the-art, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. It was recently renovated in 2019. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have whirlpool spa tubs in every labor room. We have 3 labor rooms, 8 postpartum rooms, all private suites. So it's very nice.
What is it about labor and obstetrics that's important for a hospital? Because you see so many hospitals that are losing that department. What is it that made MDH, or what is it that keeps it at MDH?
I always like to tell people that the community truly funded our Women's Center, because they did. They were the ones that raised the money for us to renovate our facility and to continue on. It's so important right now in the state of Illinois. There's less than 20 level 2 facilities left that are offering birthing facilities. So it's so important and vital for our community to keep those facilities going.
Well, obviously you're local. You're from the Rushville area, so you're local to the region anyway. So you can feel that personally as in MDH's growth in the area. It means something to you because you're from here.
Absolutely. Grew up, born and raised in Rushville, just 30 minutes away. But in this community, the closest tertiary care center is over an hour away. That is vital to have a facility, especially in maternal care, that mothers can go to and need. So it's very important that we're here.
Well, we've talked about in our interviews in years past and now and this year about how important the staff is. You know, it doesn't matter how good the facility is if you don't have a good staff. And it seems like everybody you talk to at MDH cares about their job and what they do.
I think that's what's so unique about a rural facility is we all know each other. At larger facilities, sometimes you're just a number, where here you're an individual. We see you as a true person. Our staff is truly a family. That's something that we pride ourselves on because we are such a small-knit group. It's wonderful to be a part of.
You know, some people, as they chase a career, and I'm not saying you're chasing a career, but as you chase a career and you move up the ladder, you know, you want to move up to bigger and better things, quote unquote. It seems like there's a lot of local folks that climb the ladder at MDH and that's where they want to be. And you seem to be one of those people too. What is it about MDH that makes you want to climb the ladder here, but you want to stay here?
Once again, it's that small town feel, that sense of community within our hospital. We have a great administrative team that's really supported a lot of the younger leaders to continue to grow and to grow up that ladder and to give us the skills that we need to do so. So I really owe it to them to assist me to do that.
If you talk about the labor and delivery wing, pick out a couple of things. You mentioned the whirlpools. Let's leave that out. mention a couple things from the department that you think helps MDH stand out.
So because we are a rural facility, we are able to provide one-on-one care to our moms when they're in labor. We've recently been recognized for our Promoting Vaginal Birth initiative from the state of Illinois, and we've implemented what is called a power tower that has all sorts of tools that moms can use during their labor to empower them through that process. And our staff love working with the moms to do that.
And obviously you work with the moms, but care for the babies after they're born is key also. What is that? How do you guys separate those two things? Do you feel like both are equally as important, and are you able to handle both equally as well?
Absolutely. So we're unique once again in the sense that we have to be versatile in all areas of obstetrics. If you go to a larger facility, usually you pick one area that you're an expert in, where we have to be an expert in all areas. And I think that really makes us stand out. That's not something that we take lightly. We jump in and we try to be the best in every single area that we can be.
Well, Melissa, I thank you for coming and talking to us here, and it's a beautiful wing, and do everything you can to keep it as beautiful as it is, because I know that the mothers appreciate it. So
absolutely. Well, thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan I think supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that,
okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
All right, well, we're here with Bill. Welcome back. We're here with Adrian McGregor. Adrian, you're a Macomb guy.
Yes.
So you're living in Macomb, working at MDH.
Yes.
What's your position?
So I'm the Vice President of Clinical and Support Services here at the hospital. I have about 120 employees that roll up my direction through the organizational chart. And probably the easiest way to explain, so I have a great group of department directors that work for me. So areas like radiology and lab and physical therapy and cardiopulmonary services. Those are kind of the main areas that roll my way. And then on the support side, pretty much all things with the plant, the facilities, keeping it clean, construction, all of that rolls up in my direction as well. So I never am bored, and I have plenty to do every day. So sometimes it feels like I just need more daylight than I need work. But this is a great organization, and I work with some of the best people in this community, and I'm proud of that. Mostly proud of all that they are and all that they do, and the employees and what they contribute to the organization. We have a great group.
So let's talk about construction a little bit.
Yes, sir.
There's the pharmacies getting built.
Yes.
You're constantly improving the buildings 1s and building 2.
Yes.
And then there's little things go on inside all the time too that I think people kind of miss.
Yes. Well, kind of going back to that 800,000 square foot number, there's always something going on. And I think we're going to be moving more towards a maintenance and improvement, incremental improvement over the next couple of years. One primarily is, after you have a campus, we're becoming pretty dense on this campus. The pharmacy's probably the last major project in the next couple of years, and it's a great one. Don't get me wrong, But now we have to really focus on ensuring that we're staying one step ahead of maintaining these facilities, which is equally probably more challenging, quite frankly, than just building a brand new building. I'm excited to talk about the pharmacy, but to your latter comment, we're focusing a lot on removing wallpaper, painting walls, modernizing flooring, ensuring that we have level surfaces, that we don't have areas where patients would trip, converting out our lighting to ensure that it's the most energy efficient as possible, putting in redundant.
All right, folks, we're going to cut that one short, as I want to thank Riker Badimlia's mother for coming up and letting us know how to pretend. Badimlia, I got it. Badimlia is the proper pronunciation for Riker's name. Courtney Johnson says, let's go Thunder. So we'll look at some stats here as we've got the stretching going on. May have 3 more minutes of that. Don't know if they added time back yet or not, but we will go over some first half stats, a lot of them for West Carroll. Good first drive for West Central, but it just couldn't get anything going after that. So as the teams continue to stretch, it would appear they'll have 3 more minutes to warm up, so that'll give us time to tell you that Aiden Buchholz is the leading rusher for the contest. The West Carroll Thunder running back has 11 carries for 110 yards. He also has 4 touchdowns on the ground. Talk about that in a minute. Starting quarterback Winter Harrington has 2 carries for 34 yards. Jack McIntyre has 1 carry for -2 yards. And Riker Badimlia has 1 carry for 4 yards. You want through here, young man? You're welcome. Winter Harrington is 5 for 6 passing for 76 yards and 1 touchdown. That touchdown pass was completed to Roger LeBourne on a toe-tapping touchdown in the right side of the end zone. Man, did he keep both toes down and get to catch barely. We'll talk when that came in a few moments as well. He's got 2 catches for 27 yards, does LeBourne, and Riker Badimlia has 4 catches for 49 yards. That adds up to the 76, I believe, if my math is correct. Scoring in the first half, unofficially, they have the Thunder 1 penalty for 5 yards. 5 rushing first downs, 4 passing first downs, and 1 by penalty, which would make a total of 10 first downs in the first half. Scoring, their first possession came with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. They scored at the 46.3-second mark at quarter number 1. Buchholz scored from 12 yards out. CJ had to kick, and it was 7-0. Then at the 5:40 mark of quarter number 2, that's when the wheels really fell off for West Central as the scoring came aplenty and in a hurry for West Carroll. Buchholz scored again from 4 yards out. CJ's kick was 14-0. Then at the 4:22 mark, Buchholz scored from 15 yards out after a turnover. CJ's kick was good, and it was 21-0. Then at the 2:37 mark of the second quarter, it was Harrington completing the pass to LeBourne from 12 yards out, and the kick was good. It was 28-0. And then when getting the ball at their own 35 with 60 seconds, exactly 1 minute on the clock, they drove down, and with 11.8 seconds, the Thunder scored their final touchdown in the first half on a 20-yard run by Buchholz. The kick was good, and it was 35-0, and that's how we ended. We'll look at the West Central stats again. Not a lot of stats. As a team, 15 carries for 146 yards for West Carroll. For the Heat, they also had 15 carries. They managed just 10 yards on the ground in the first half. Graham Kelly has 13 carries for 9 yards. He was up to 17 carries, or 17 yards on 7 carries, and then his final 6 carries were negative yardage. Colton Spence has 1 carry for 1 yard. Aiden Gardner has 1 carry for 0 yards. Colton Spence is 5 of 14, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he has 40 yards total passing. Graham Kelly has 3 catches for 21 yards. 2 catches for 21 yards. Aiden Garner has 2 catches for 8 yards. And Cameron Robinson has 1 catch for 11 yards. 5 first downs, 4 by the pass, 1 by the run, 2 penalties for 20 yards. And it will be Thunder football going right to left again on your TV screen, it looks like. Nope, they're going to send them back the other way. Left to right on your TV screen. So the Thunder will have it, and if the Thunder can get a 6th touchdown on their 6th drive, it will be a running clock the rest of the game. As we get ready to go with the third quarter here from West Central High School. You've been watching coverage of the I8FA on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Badimlia is Riker's last name. 12 minutes on the clock, second half starting. Nice kick. It was McIntyre back there. Picks it from the right side, rounds the left side, and is going to be ran out of bounds. He ran a long ways to get about an 8-yard gain. See where they mark it at here. They're going to mark it at about the 28-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10 Thunder at their own 28-yard line. As we're just underway in the third quarter. Opening half kickoff. As we get ready to go again here. Buckholz beside Harrington. Buckholz is going to get the carry. Comes right, now bounces up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to have a first down. A bunch of red jerseys there. It was number 58, Noah Johnson. Number 52, Jeremy Ford. And number 7, Blake Ricketts on the stop. A gain of 9 for Buckholz. Clock running, just underway, third quarter, 11:18 to go. In quarter number 3. Low snap, picked up by Harrington. He's got a lot of running room off the left side. One man to beat. A good job of tracking him down out there by Cody Wade, the senior defensive back.
West Carroll first down. Winter Harrington with the run.
He's going to go all the way out to the 47-yard line. Went from the 27 to the 47. We'll give him 10 on the carry and a first down. Got 44 yards on 3 carries, does Winter Harrington. Clock continues to run. 10:35 remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to the fullback. Haven't seen that a lot tonight. On the carry, number 34, Cohen Good, the fullback, 185, 5'10 junior. Cohen Good on the carry. He goes for a gain of 3. Brings up second down and 7. At midfield, again, are the Thunder. They scored on all 5 of their first half possessions, including a 1-minute drive at the end of the half. There's McIntyre again. He's going to be contacted at the 50, but roll forward for a couple, it looks like, on the stop. I believe number 52, Jeremy Ford again. Going to give him 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. McIntyre now has 2 carries for 0 yards. Would appear the Thunder going to go away from Buchholz a little bit here. Again, the power I formation off to the right side. Harrington under center. Buchholz a deep setback. Going to pitch it out to Buchholz this time. He's got running room around the right side. Be pushed out of bounds, and man, he went down funny. Nearly stretched a leg, it looked like, but he's okay. From the 48, they're going to be close to a first down, or they're going to have it. To the 43. It's a first down. 5-yard gain. 2 first downs here in the second half, both of them on the ground. Clock is stopped as Buchholz went out of bounds on the play. 8:56 remaining in the third quarter. I want to thank all the West Carroll Thunder fans watching. Courtney Johnson, Kelly Johnson watching. Hand off to the fullback again. Another nice carry. It is Cohen Good on the carry. He's going to go for 5, it would appear. Slow. Good getting up slow. He goes for a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down and 5. Second down and 5 from the 43, actually the 38, excuse me. 38. Hand off to McIntyre. He'll be close to a first down. Let's see what they do here. They're going to measure or just let it go. It's going to be 4-yard gain for McIntyre. 3rd and very, very short for the Thunder. 7:50 remaining. Now, is this where they go for the jugular and fake a handoff and find a tight end or running back downfield? We'll see what they do here. Handoff's going to go to Buchholz. No faking there. He's going to go right up the middle and get the first down amongst a pile of red and white jerseys down there. Coming up off the bottom of the pile. A couple players I saw. Number 81, Cody Wade, and number 7, Blake Ricketts, among others there in the pile, but it was a gain of 2 and a first down. Actually, technically, it'd be a gain of 3. 3rd first down of the drive. Power I right again. Offset formation to the right. Handoff's going to go to the fullback. Cohen Good one more time, and he keeps his legs pumping and moving, and he's going to be close to another first down. 9 or 10 on the carry, it would appear. We'll see where they mark. He's going to be short. 2nd down and a short one as Cohen Good gets 9 on the carry. He's up to 17 yards on 3 carries. Clock still running, 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. The Thunder, much like the Heat, have had the ball the entire drive here thus far in the second half to open the second half. There's a nice play in the backfield. And Buchholz comes up limping as coming to the ankle and making the tackle was Jeremy Ford. And Buchholz loses one, and he is being helped off the field. Buchholz probably seeing his last action, I would bet. He's got 15 carries for 126 yards and 4 touchdowns. Clock stopped with the injury timeout. 6:08 remaining. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Thunder at the 23-yard line of the Heat. They started this drive at their own 32-yard line. Actually 28-yard line, excuse me. There's a ball in the backfield. It's fumbled, but gathered back up. Holy smokes. Pitch was bobbled out there by McIntyre. They gathered it back up just before he got hit. He's going to lose 3. And it's 4th down and 5 now as the wheels on this drive have slowed as Buckholtz goes out with an injury. McIntyre fumbles on the last 2 plays after Cohen Good, who just came in with the play, had went 9 yards on 1st down. This may be a Cohen Good kind of handoff right here. We'll see what they do. They're not. They're going to go. Oh, they're going to roll. Harrington's going to throw downfield. He's got an open receiver at the sideline. Did he keep his feet in? It's LeBourne again. No, it's Riker.
West Carroll first down.
I believe that time it was Riker Badimlia. He gets a 1st down from the 26 down inside the 10. Well, he's outside the 10, I guess, to about the 14, 12-yard gain. Harrington again. He's got an open receiver. It is Badimlia for the touchdown. 5:38 remaining from the 14-yard line.
West Carroll touchdown.
They call it 15. I'm going to call it 14. Badimlia, a 14-yard touchdown reception. And they kept the ball for nearly 7 minutes. Another kick coming here. Kick is up, and a much better kick, and that was good from probably 35. Its kick is good, and it's 42-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying.
And welcome back. As you see, the touchdown symbol is up. Another touchdown for the Thunder. That'll make it a running clock the rest of the way. 5:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. CJ on the kick again. That was a 14-yard pass to Badimlia from Harrington. Kick was good. And now it's going to be an onside kick to the right. It's bobbled, but brought in. Who was it this time? Making the recovery was Eli Vansel, a senior wide receiver defensive back for the Heat. Making the recovery. You might be wondering why up 42-0 they are doing onside kicks. It's probably because the Heat have maybe struggled offensively a little bit, but their kick return game has been very good. They nearly broke the first one. They did break the second one into mid-territory of the Thunder with Garner on the return, and since then everything has been squib. They have not let the Heat beat them with the clock should be running. And Spence is going to be brought down in the backfield. Cohen Good, who has come to life running the football, has now come to life defensively, and that's going to be a loss of about 6 or 7 as Spence had nowhere to go. Give him a loss of 6, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 16. Clock will run now, except during timeouts. Spence throws to Robinson. The slant works this time. Gets the 6 back and about 4 more, it would appear, maybe 5. We'll see. Give him 10 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Third and 6, clock running, 4:27 to go. Spence, hands off. Garner. Aiden Garner on the carry, I do believe. Shaken up just a little bit. He's going to go for a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4. Graham Kelly, who was over on the bench, coming into the game now. He will see if they're going to punt here. No, it doesn't look like it. Kelly is going to come in on a 4th and 4. Robinson to the near side. Tight end near side. And a broken play. Spence breaks a tackle. And big hit. Among others, Johnner Smith up with a huge hit right there. And Spence on 4th down. I think that's a 1st down. Looks like it to me anyway. It is.
West Central 1st down.
Spence gets 4 yards and a 1st down. The white hat talking to the Heat players there. I don't know if he's talking to a specific player or was just in the huddle talking to him in general. Clock continues to run. 2:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Heat trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. Going deep this time. And it's in his hands and out of his hands. Touchdown was there, and it was dropped on the far side. Had coverage over there, but the coverage actually let up a little bit. It's LeBourne, I think, over there in coverage. Spence has got running room on a fake to Kelly. He's going to go for a 1st down. He got a cramp in the backfield, I think. Cohen Good is down. I'm not sure if it's a cramp. I hope it's a cramp. By the way he's jumping around, I hope it's a cramp and not a knee. They're looking at a knee maybe. Oh, they're going to stretch the feet now, so looks to be a cramp. From the 43 to the 29, a 14-yard gain for Spence. Coach Kirby going out to talk to him as well. That is something I've never seen before. The Thunder players coming out and standing between the West Central sideline and the player. Giving him some, more or less putting him in a tent. They're going to help him up. Some of those players coming out there. McIntyre, one of them. Seja, also out there, number 23. Marquez Berrigan, that we talked about earlier, also coming out. Number 70, Noah Johnson. And now they're helping him off the field. Looks like it probably was a cramp, and I say probably not making light of it, because if you've ever had a severe cramp, they are absolutely miserable. They can knot up and hurt for days afterwards. So it's another West Central first down after that. 1:27, clock starts back up again. Coach Kirby telling his players what he wants here, as they're going to hustle out. Into the flat, that's a fumble. Trying to throw that into the flat, and man, they got to let him get past the quarterback before he throws that. He had no chance to go anywhere even if he'd have caught it, but that was very close to being a fumble. That's the second one of those. Actually, the third one of those. Clock continues to run, under a minute to go. They'll have to run one more play here in the third quarter. At least one more. Spence throws downfield again. LeBourne is there, and he got a hand on it, broke it up. It might have been out of bounds anyway. Ball intended for Robinson. Cameron Robinson, the junior. Listed as a running back, been playing wideout / flanker tonight. See if Coach Kirby's going to try and get another playoff or not. They'll have to hustle if they do. And he calls Colton Spence back and says, let's don't worry about it. We'll go to the end of the third quarter of play. 42-0. West Carroll leads West Central. You're watching coverage of the I8FA on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Fourth quarter action coming your way.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to West Central High School, as it's 42-0 as we are entering the fourth quarter of play. I want to say hi to Myrna Torres, saying let's go Thunder. I want to thank Derlin Richardson for helping out with the pronunciation earlier as well as we head to the fourth quarter. It's still West Central football. Handoff's going to go near side. Spence keeps it again. I think they blew it dead. Or did they blow it dead? Spence pulled up. Spence pulled up with a cramp.
West Central first down.
He's going to go from the 29 down to about the 3-yard line. Got a head in the way. Can't see a whole lot. Can't turn much, but a first down. 26-yard gain. Spence is going to try to go in from 3 yards out on first and goal. Next has Graham Kelly, I do believe. Gain of 1 for Kelly. Clock's still running. Spence going to bring the play in again. Shotgun formation again. Kelly beside Spence, or behind Spence. Pitch is going to go to Kelly. He dropped it that time. It's going to be picked up And they're going to turn it over. Graham Kelly had the pitch, dropped the pitch from the 2-yard line. Looks like they're going to have it 1st and 10. Right at or outside the 5-yard line. We'll see where they finally mark it. I want to call it the 5, a loss of 3, and a turnover. Now an official's timeout. They may go back and call this a pass. I wonder if that's what they're talking about right now. That was very close to being forward. We'll see. You can see the officials standing there talking. Well, they're not going to change anything. They stopped the clock. Now they'll have to start it again. Handoff right side. Going to get their backs off the goal line a little bit. Can't see what that number is over there. That was number 1, Race Mix, I believe. He goes for a gain of 4. Bring up 2nd down and 6. Mix may be he is the new fullback with Cohen Good going out with the cramp a little bit ago. Down under 9 minutes to go now. Using as much time as possible on each play, waiting for the official to start counting. Handoff to Mix again up the middle as the inside handoff and the fake pitch. Going to go for a gain of 5. Actually, that was Mix. 9 yards on 2 carries. Oh, bouncing it outside that time on the carry. That is number 5, Jacoby Cropper. He's a junior running back. He gets a 1st down. Gain of 6 we'll give him. Right up the middle. Short gain. Be just a gain of 1. It might have been Carson Mallow on the carry that time. We'll see who the fullback is. They've switched so many numbers in. And I was actually getting pelted with footballs then from the West Central cheerleaders. I was kind of dodging for cover. I kind of missed that play. I apologize. I do believe it was number 22. Gain of 1. 22 is Carson Mallow. Stringing the play out to the far side, all the way out of bounds. 3 red jerseys over there. It's 3rd down. don't even know who carried that. It went off the field so fast. A couple new running backs coming in. I think it was 25 that time, John Smith. He lost 2. Under 5 minutes to go now. It's 3rd down and 11. Different quarterback. Fullback on the carry. He'll have a first down, a gain of about 13. On the carry, number 24, Garrett Carter, a freshman, getting the carry, 5'7", 155. Number 24. $12 yards actually on the carry. Four minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Arm starts, and they'll start taking the snap here. There's the pitch outside this time. Carry this time for number 4, Steven Tostado. He's a senior, 5'8", 145. Steven Tostado. Going to go for a gain of 7. Quarterback is number 10, Brody Smith. Smith is a freshman. Handoff, second back. This time it was number 20, David Geezy. He goes for no gain. Under 3 minutes to go now, 2:57 remaining. 3rd down and a short 3. They again wait for the official in the back to start waving his arm, and when he does, they'll snap the ball. They do. Pointing out the blockers. And he's got some running room. He comes near side. He's at the 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Thunder. Number 23, Marquez Berrigan with the touchdown run. Well, apparently it's not. It's coming back. Oh, man. Call a hold. Marquez, what a beautiful run to cut back all the way back across the field, and it all goes for naught. As it's a hold. The clock is still running after all that. It's from the spot. Are they doing it from the spot of the foul or the original line of scrimmage? I thought everything was from the line of scrimmage now, but I could be wrong. Nope. So they're going to give Marquez Berrigan credit for an 11-yard run, but a 10-yard penalty. Or 15-yard penalty? I'm going to give him 11 anyway. I don't even know what they did there. So it brings up 3rd down and 7. Let as much time run off the clock as possible here. Waiting for the official to wave the arm. He waves the ball, and we'll be down under a minute, or at a minute. Handoff to the deep back again. On the carry, number 4, Steven Tostado. Goes for a gain of 1. They do have to run one more play. It's 4th down. Going to take the snap, hand off, deep back. He's got running room. He's going to have the first down. That'll bring the game to an end. He's got more than that. He's going to bounce it back inside. Now goes left side. He's finally going to be brought down. He's going to go from the 36, 14, 24, 27 yards on the carry for Jacoby Cooper. .27 yards. That'll give him 33 yards on 2 carries. And that'll bring the game to an end. This one done quickly in the second half. We'll take a break. Final score, 42-0. The Thunder beat the Heat here on opening night of the I8FA football season in Biggsville. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It's hard to stop a train.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
And a welcome back here as the camera is, I don't know what the camera's doing. Waiting for the fireworks, I guess. It's out in the, it's zoomed into the middle of nowhere. There we go. My camera person is slacking. Go over some stats here. First for West Carroll. They had 37 carries for 264 yards. 126 yards on 15 carries for Aiden Buckholtz, but went down with an ankle injury on the final carry. 44 yards on 3 carries for Winter Harrington. 33 yards for Jacoby Cropper. 8 yards for Steven Tostado. And when the fireworks start, we'll let you see if you can see some of the fireworks or not. I know I've got coaches coming up to talk to us. Here they come. You can turn that up. You can turn the camera that way now. Just zoom it all the way out. There you go. We got some fireworks going off here. As I said earlier, it is the 20th anniversary of West Central's co-op. When I went to school for a while in Southern, when I lived in Smithshire back in the day, we were Southern and Union. Coach, come on in here. You want to watch fireworks or you want to talk?
You want to wait till the place is done first?
No, we can talk. You're fine. They can watch and listen to us. How about that? I'll turn you up, Coach. Coach Susaitha, did I say that right? Susaitha? Susaitha? Susaitha.
Yes, sir.
I always butcher that. I've talked to you numerous times, and I still butcher it every time. The first time is horrible. But I'll tell you what, you gave up a pretty long drive, about a 7-minute drive to West Central to start the game. But I don't know. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. I'm
okay.
Just being comfortable.
I don't know what you did, if you made an adjustment, or if it was just Race Mix who decided I was going to follow number 8 wherever he was at. But, man, he came alive, and that put a stop to West Central's offense.
Yes. Well, the defense, we ran a 4-2, 4 linemen last year. We were a little bit bigger, and so I think we had a lot more speed, so I had to make an adjustment. So this was the first time we went to another team. We had the scrimmage. We had some things we needed to clean up. So the confidence wasn't there. So I think in the very beginning they were still kind of questioning, wasn't sure. But as that series was going, you can see the confidence building. Just like you said, Mix picked it up really good. And after that, all the guys just followed right through, and we were able to do some good stuff.
I don't know if I'm sure somebody charts plays for you, or maybe you go back and do it. I had 7 carries for 17 yards for Graham Kelly on that first drive. The next 6 carries in the first half were all for negative yardage.
Wow, I did not know that.
That's what I had. Negative. I mean, they weren't huge negatives, but -1, -2. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, we heard about him all week. You know, everybody was talking how great he is, and he is. He really is. And so we were like, we got to emphasize. I've played against Richwood before, so I'm kind of familiar. So we had to put pressure, put pressure and close those gaps, because if he gets a gap, we're going to be done.
Yeah, and I talk about this with tons of I8FA coaches. When you do that, tackling is by far the most important thing, because when you pressure against the run, there's nobody back behind to stop if you miss a gap, is there?
No, not really. We are putting our safeties back. They're becoming pretty good tacklers. They were our wide receivers, but they're starting to turn into some pretty solid defensive backs now. They're ready to come up and hit now, so that's going to make us even better.
Well, I had Buckholtz for 15 carries for 126 yards. Of course, the last carry, the worst carry. Is he going to be okay, you think, or just twist the ankle a little bit?
He twisted his ankle. What it seems like he twisted. He was already walking on it. He was over there, put me in. I'm like, you're crazy. Sit down and relax. He's very tough, resilient kid. He may be back next week. It just depends on how it goes. But I'm thinking it's just he just rolled it or twisted it a little bit. Maybe swollen. Hopefully we rest on 3 or 4 days. He'll be hopefully okay, ready to go next week.
Well, how bad do you feel for Marquez?
Oh, my God.
That was a great run, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was one of those freshmen that you guys were the makers that you heard about.
Yeah,
that's getting ready to come up. So,
that was a great run. He went with the play and then cut back all the way and ran in, and then a hold or block in the back. I couldn't really tell what it was.
We were so busy looking forward. The flag was so far back, I missed it too. So, I told him, keep your head up. We got a long season. You're going to have some other opportunities. But his speed and his quickness is just crazy.
You mentioned it. You guys were big last year, and you powered a lot of stuff. You guys have some serious – I mean, you had speed last year too, but, man, you guys are quick. It looked like at every position this year.
Yes, that was the one thing I've noticed is every position. Even the linemen are moving a little bit faster and stuff. I think also, too, under a year, because last year I had a bunch of guys that, we've been losing forever, and maybe passing, I think, from what I understand, they were doing a lot of pass blocking and stuff. So with this group, on the other level, we took our thinks and stuff, but they were able to learn. So this year they came in, I remember now. Once you get a year in, 2 years, 3 years, it makes a lot more sense and they go faster. Keep it simple. They move faster.
And last year was your first year in 8-man too, correct? Is that right?
As the head coach.
As the head coach. I mean, and for the team, was it their first year in 8-man last year?
We're both, yes.
Yeah.
I got hired in the first year.
So while it's still football, and that's one of the sayings we like to say, 8-man still football, there are some nuances when it comes to blocking and stuff like that are a little different, right? You don't have as much help. You don't have whatever. For these kids that have played both, and you think they're picking up the 8-man thing and understanding the speed and stuff a little bit better this year too, maybe?
After we lost to Polo and Milledgeville, I think they understood what the speed and the pickup of the game was. The two Giants, and I told them about, because we played against them, obviously. I did 4 years as an assistant at Amboy. So once they saw that, they were like, holy moly. And then after that, 8-man, when people watch it, it is different than 11-man. It's its own league, and it's an exciting league when you really come out and watch it, take the time to put into it.
There's some big hits tonight.
Oh.
For night one, I mean, I really felt like both teams hit pretty hard tonight. There wasn't a ton of missed tackles. I mean, it was a pretty well-played game. You guys had the advantage, but I don't think West Central can say we did anything horribly wrong. You guys just did stuff a little better.
Exactly. Kirby's a great coach. I was there at him when we lost the state championship, too.
You're right.
I told him that. I can't remember the kid's name, but that fullback, he was something else.
Yeah.
They're always going to be well coached. That's one of those teams, I tell the people with Polo, well, they lost this, they lost that. Every year they're going to be West Central. Every year they're going to be competitive. They just well coached. They got a real good program coming up. So, they're going to still do some things, great things. I think they still have a big shot for that playoffs.
Well, you mentioned winning a few games last year helped. Do you think that playoff win in such a big fashion and winning at the last play and holding Flanagan out and making it, do you think that kind of energized these kids a little bit to say, we did it then, let's continue this and build this back up and become a powerhouse?
Yes, actually, I think it really did because if you really watch that first Polo game, if you ever get a chance to go back film, we had a couple plays in the beginning, like a draw pass. If we catch that pass, it would have been a touchdown. It might have been a little bit. I'm not sure we would have beat them, but it might have been a different game. Confidence. Everything's always confidence. If you believe in what you're doing, you believe in your coach, you believe in your program, you believe in your brothers at your sidelines, it's hard to beat. You're hard to beat. And that game right there, when they banded together, they called the play. They knew what the play. I thought it was going to be the quarterback was going to roll out to the end. No coaches coming in here, and they adjusted it themselves, and they made the stop. So that's a good sign right there of what we were going to do this year.
Yep, they're you set the tone. Now you just got to continue it, right?
Exactly. Continue every day. Get better than yesterday. That's all it is. Every day, let's be better than yesterday. Keep moving forward, and I think we have a solid chance. It's wide open this year. I've heard everybody say it several times. There's about 5 or 6 teams that can legitimately say, hey, I can beat a team any given Friday. So
we'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, Coach. I know you got a long drive back.
I appreciate
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
TSSR will be up at your place. Are you guys playing? Which place you playing?
We're playing on the new field.
You are going to be at the new
We're
field.
going to be at the new field, and I think WCCI is going to be calling it. Ryan Rush and them is going to be calling that game. So, we'll be at the new field. From what I was told, we scrimmaged there last week. So.
All right. Well, TSSR will be up there as well with BPC.
Awesome.
West Prairie. West Prairie's
yeah.
next week. So we'll be up there with West Prairie next week, and I'm not sure who will be with. It won't be me, but it'll be somebody.
Okay.
And we'll be up there. So congratulations on your win tonight, and we'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
we
it.
got Coach Kirby in here. He's sitting outside there. He was eavesdropping on everything you said, Coach. Yeah. Coach Kirby going to come in here and talk to us. And, Coach, I was telling him I think they were the better team, obviously.
Goodness, yes.
But you guys didn't seem to do a ton of stuff wrong. I mean, you got some hats on the ball. You kind of flew to the ball. And I know you're not going to be happy with those things. But me being a modest, I see a lot of football, but I don't know the X's and O's like you guys do. But your kids kept playing hard. They kept going to the ball. They kept doing the things you're going to have to do to continue to get better throughout the year.
First of all, they're a very good football team. They return a lot of skill players, and they had a lot of young players come in and were very, very physical inside. That made them a much better football team than what people thought they would be this year. Their skill players are really good. Number 9's a really nice running back. Their guards are inexperienced but very, very good. They pulled and kicked and did a nice job. They're very aggressive defensively, and they tackle very well.
That was the thing. You guys had that first drive that looked pretty good, and they seemed to, even though you were driving the ball, they seemed to gather some confidence, like Coach said. And once they got that confidence,
they didn't relinquish it.
No, Race Mix, that number 1 kid, was suddenly wherever Graham Kelly was, Race Mix was there too.
I agree. They did a nice job. They we really thought the element of surprise would get them in trouble. I mean, that was a different looking offense than you've ever seen West Central run.
Yeah, it's, what was 17 passes kind of caught me off guard too.
Yeah, and we planned on that. I mean, we planned to have 15 to 18 passes a game. That's in our schematics at what we're trying to get to. But we got beat up inside. They were much, much more physical than us inside, and we didn't handle that very well. And it's something that we're going to have to watch on film and be pretty humbled, but it's something that we have to fix. And what we talked about as a group when we got done there was there anything that happened tonight that isn't fixable? You got to play more physical. You got to play lower, and you got to play to the whistle. You've got to understand your responsibility on each play. And, you got a lot of head nods that all those things are true. And then you look back at them and say, are those fixable? I'm not asking you to be OJ. Nobody needs to be Walter Payton. Being you is just fine. But we've got to be the best you. And we weren't the best us tonight. And we were shellacked. They were a good football team, and they took it to us.
And it was obviously lopsided, but the passes, the 2 that were intercepted were both catchable passes.
Bounced off his face.
Right. One bounced off his face, one went through his hands and off his shoulder pad. And that was the difference. I mean, you guys, at that point it kind of just blew up then, because you guys had that long drive. You didn't score, but they scored 1 time in the first quarter. They hadn't scored again until 5:40 in the second quarter, and then suddenly 2 turnovers back to back, and they score quick, and then it's kind of out of hand. Of course, they had a heck of a 2-minute drive, and actually 48.2 seconds, I think, is what it ended up being. They ran that to pretty much perfection.
They did. They were. We had some pretty big momentum swings that were, monumental. In the course of the game, but we still didn't tackle as well as we needed to. We still didn't play as well as we need to inside, and we have to equate that to it being week 1. I'm rethinking something that I didn't think I would ever rethink. They played a scrimmage last week, and they acted like they'd played a game. We didn't. We played ourselves here, and we acted like we hadn't been under the lights. Maybe that's something I need to rethink and get a scrimmage game with somebody that isn't on our schedule, and get a Friday night thing going, so that our kids feel a little bit more comfortable in the future, because they certainly acted like it wasn't week 1 under the lights. They seemed as though they were, playing week 2. And I think that you will see an enormous difference in our team week 1 to week 2. I know our kids are humbled right now. I love our kids to death. And they looked right at us and said, holy cow, we can do better than that. That's embarrassing. And for your kids, the high school kids, to think that, you've got some pretty mature people.
Right.
And I think that we will see a ton of growth between now and next Friday night. I think next Friday night you'll see a different football team, and at least you'll see a different football team in terms of how we take the field. And, I hope we have a different result because of that. But, it's week 1. There are 8 guaranteed more weeks, and if you do a good job, you got at least 1 more week after that. And our kids want that to happen, so I'd expect that on Monday we'll have pretty good practice.
Yeah, and you talk about the scrimmages, and there's so many pros and cons to that, right? I mean, and I get that, and it's funny to me because you hear coaches, experienced, inexperienced, just like you don't want it, but you hear a coach that's got just as much experience as you, like, heck yeah, I want it. It's all over the board, and when the IHSA and now I8FA has offered that, it just seems like there's so many questions on who and what and if and all that stuff. And tonight they came out, but another year it might be opposite, right?
Well, yeah, and that, I've always been of the thought in the past that you want your best players ready on Friday night and healthy. And I've always been a little bit nervous since they brought this in. 2 years in a row now, I've been like, wait a second, I don't want to go play Farmer City and get, one of our senior leaders banged up and him not be able to play because we played him in a scrimmage game. And then, you see how good they looked tonight because they felt comfortable in what they were doing and they'd played already. And they're a good football team.
Now, there's a lot of people, and probably ex-players, maybe some of yours, they'll say, well, come on, we hit in practice and we did this and we did that. But there is a difference, right? I mean, and you know that as a coach, and you never had a scrimmage probably, but even as a player, you never had a scrimmage. But there is a difference. You hit somebody you don't know differently than you hit your friend.
There's a definite speed and intensity level that is different on Friday night than practice. And you can make practice all you want it to be, but you can't match Friday night lights.
Yeah, exactly. Graham Kelly didn't have his best night tonight, obviously, but he'll be okay as the year goes along, right?
Number 8 will be just fine.
Yeah, and I thought Colton Spence did some good things for you, and late in the game, you started running the fake and the naked boot, and didn't look too bad.
I think in the beginning, he played like a sophomore that hadn't been in the Friday Night Lights, and I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure that we thought during the course of the week that we would see that because, you saw a lot of good things. But once again, you saw it against your own guys. And I kind of wondered as the game started, things are this is happening fast. It's got to go from your eyes and your brain to your feet awfully quickly. And that was difficult, but we'll be better week 2.
There's definitely a speed difference every step you take, right? I mean, 8th grade or junior high to high school, varsity, fresh soft to varsity. And
I enjoy saying to Graham Kelly, what was that difference like going from 8th grade to varsity football last year, week 1? And he just shakes his head a little bit. Our kids will respond. We'll go to AFC next week, and we'll be a much better football team, and we'll give them heck.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you being so kind to come up and talk to us and letting us come up here and cover you guys.
As I've always said, there is no monetary amount that could replace what this does for our community by you guys doing this and giving our football team this platform, and we're forever appreciative.
Well, we appreciate you, and I think for the first time I went to an I8FA meeting and you weren't at it.
That is correct. I had a principals meeting, and that job has to take precedence over my football job.
I think you got nominated to do like 7 jobs.
I'll do it.
Tuesday.
Those people have been good to me.
Coach, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming up and talking to us. We'll get out of here so you guys can shut this thing up. How about that?
I need to turn those lights back on so I can see what I don't have here.
I see it. They brought a truck out on the side of the field there so they could pick up the stuff. And, well, never mind. They turned the lights off. I thought they did it for the lights.
I'll turn the lights back on here in a second.
All right, Coach.
Thank you.
I know
the guy that's in charge around
here. Do you know that guy?
Might.
We'll see you later. Coach Kirby talking to us for a few minutes. Oh, that'll do it. 42-0 the final. You got to watch some fireworks, and it was all the fireworks of the Thunder tonight here in I8FA opener for both the Thunder and the Heat. 42-0 the final. Thanks for joining us here as we opened the I8FA season on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll see you again next week. Don't forget, West Central Heat will be on air again. We'll see you.